Hey Judy and Bill, it's Max Clausen. I just wanted to do a quick market analysis for your property in Cottonwood. Um, the first thing I do is I get into public records and I get all of the vital statistics on your house. So obviously the address, the beds, the baths, the size, and I'm relying on public records to be accurate. And sometimes there are some inaccuracies, and you might notice some of those. So go ahead and take a quick look through this and see if there's any discrepancies. At any time through this video, you can hit pause and look in more detail if I am moving too quickly through the data. Let me just scroll through here. A real quick estimate of value, and this is just an algorithm that the county uses, or it's called real AVM. Is they're saying on average is 390. Might be a little bit high, but I'm going to do a little bit more detailed analysis. In order to do the most accurate detailed analysis, I'd have to visit your house and see exactly what you have so that I can compare to recent comparable sales. Why would you use Wells Fargo Bank? So that's public records, and what I do is I do a quick search of Cottonwood, and this is going to be the east side of Jordan Road, the section of Cottonwood that you're in, and I do 6 months of past sales. And so when I do that search, this is what I come up with. And the only thing I pulled out was ranch style houses because yours is not a ranch. But so 2 stories, bi-levels, and multi-levels is what they have them listed as, maybe tri-levels. I left those in. And I think there was a couple, maybe one that had only 1 bathroom, and I pulled that one out because that's kind of a big difference. So I take this data and then I import it into my own spreadsheet so that I can refine the information and do some analysis. And when I do that, this is what I came up with. So right now in Cottonwood, there are no available properties, and this is Friday the 24th. On Friday the 24th, that was yesterday, if I'm going to meet you tomorrow, there's nothing available in Cottonwood. None. There's 2 that are under contract, and then there's some recently sold. So let's look at these under contract. Now, a set of 2, to analyze a set of 2 properties isn't the best results because our set is not very large, but that's what I have, so that's what I'm going to work with. The under contracts, here's how they compare to yours. On average, if we round up to the nearest number, the bedroom situation is the same as yours on average. The bathroom is the same. Yours is a little bit larger than the average under contract property in Cottonwood. And again, it's not the west side of Cottonwood. Yours is the finished square feet is a little bit smaller, 123 square feet maybe. Not much. Very comparable. The total square foot, if you add your unfinished basement in there, yours is a bigger house, has potential for a lot larger size. And then on average, these under contracts, when they went under contract, on average, it was at 356. Now, we don't know what the contract is at, what they arrived at for a contract. What we know is what they were asking at the time of contract. So we don't know the actual potential sale price number. We'll have to wait until it sells to get that. Looking at the days on the market over here, this one was only 6 days on the market. So I would guess that there probably wasn't a lot of negotiation in there with 6 days on the market. This one, even though it might seem quick on the market, 26 days in our current market is taking a little bit of time. So they might be at a contract price that is under this 345. Could be. But that's just speculation on my part. So if we look at these numbers further, there's the price per square footage above grade. So this is not including any basement square footage, whether finished or unfinished. This is the price per square foot finished. And so if we look at this property, the top one has a finished basement because the above grade and the finished are different numbers. This above grade and finish is the same number. So it looks like this is probably a tri-level that has everything is finished. There's nothing left to do. Um, and then the lot size, days on market, price per square foot total. Those are the different categories. If we look at the sold properties, that's going to be real numbers that are actually, these are the actual prices that the property sold for. This is what's recorded in public records. And so these are the type of properties, these sold comparables, is what appraisers use. So if we have a larger set, it's a little bit bigger set, so we can come up with some better results. On average, these have 3 bedrooms. Yours has 4. On average, these have 2 bathrooms. Yours has 3. So it's a bigger property. More bathrooms, more bedrooms, more square footage above grade, more square footage finished, more square footage total. That's a significant difference in there between these. And the average price is $341, but that's for a significantly smaller home. Here's the price per square foot above grade, finished, total, and then the lot size. Obviously, the uniqueness of your lot, it's smaller than the average of these, and it's actually smaller than all of those. But obviously, backing to that open space is tremendous, and that adds a lot of value to your house. So that would kick it up above and beyond these, plus the overall square footage. So I just wanted to give you a brief market analysis, let you see what is going on in Cottonwood. And now what I'd like to do is I want to compare your house to a couple of these that have sold. And so if we look at your above grade square footage, I'm going to compare it to these that are in the 1600 range, like the first 3 properties. So let's take a peek at that. So if I go back to the MLS, and again, until I really see your house on the inside, I won't be able to accurately assess the value. This is just an estimate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you here what, this one is actually under contract. It hasn't sold yet, but they were asking $367 and they were under contract in 6 days. So it's going to be pretty darn close to that $367 price point. So there's that house. Definitely has a little bit different look from yours, but I just want to show you what potentially $367 will get in Cottonwood. So you're going to have to be the judge on how this compares to yours. To me, that doesn't look like natural wood floors. That's a laminate. It looks like it has popcorn on the ceiling. Has the original trim work. A lot of stairs in this one. The kitchen has the soffit and the honey oak original cabinetry. It looks like they replaced it with some granite and have some nicer backsplash. So they updated the kitchen, not a total remodel, and they have some nice appliances. But nice appliances, that's $2,000, maybe $3,000 at the most. And then they threw some granite on top of the old original cabinets. To me, it looks like it has the original windows in here. They're not new upgraded windows. The fan is pretty basic. I'm just looking at the finishes. Uh, it really has the original trim work. This is the newel post of the stair and the original orangish color uh, woodwork there. It looks like a gas burning fireplace, has some vaulted ceiling. Again, we're just kind of looking at the finishes so you can compare it to yours. Original dark woodwork. Looks like a pretty original bathroom. Uh, yeah, it's like a Corian type countertop. It might have been updated at one point, but it looks dated again. And to me, I'm not sure if that's tile or it could be, yeah, I think it's tile over here, but it could be wallpaper. But these light bars are a little bit dated. So um, it's nice, but to me, it looks like it's dated. Has some fluorescent lighting in the secondary bathroom, and then the finish in this drop ceiling, this acoustic tile drop ceiling, is not uh, desirable. It's not what people would do now. So really a basic finish. This is gold and pretty 1980s ish. The backyard looks pretty narrow. 2-car garage, pretty straightforward. So that one went under contract when in 6 days when they were asking 367. Um, we go back to the search and let's just see one that actually sold for 350. This one actually sold for 350, and our market is slowly still climbing. So let's compare this one, how it looks to yours. This is a bi-level. Looks like it has vinyl siding. It has nice paint, but it's that bi-level. So when you walk in the main door right here, you either have to go up or go down, and it's not the most desirable floor plan. Looks like they updated the lighting, but it looks like it doesn't quite match. Those two light fixtures are right next to each other. Don't quite match. This is their eating area. This is their kitchen. And it looks like they changed out the lighting, but again, doesn't quite match. Looks like they might have painted the countertop or painted the cabinets. And then to me, this looks like it's vinyl flooring. Original countertop, the Formica type countertop that looks like a butcher block, and then vinyl. And so a pretty basic kitchen. It's clean and functional, but it's dated. Most people would want to change that out. This is the bathroom. So that, the ceiling's going to need some painting. So that would be my point on the paint and maybe even the flooring, is that most people are going to want to change that out no matter what. So if they're going to want to paint this purple ceiling and the wall, most likely, and it costs the same to paint regardless of what the wall is. So if it's original paint, or if it's very much in need of paint, or if it's just a bad color selection, it's going to cost the same amount. And that's the same with the flooring. To replace carpet is pretty gross. I've seen a carpet that's 2 years old be removed, and 1 year old be removed, and 20 years old be removed, and it's all pretty bad. So I tell buyers that, plan on replacing the carpet. It's like you don't want to live on somebody else's carpet. So again, if the carpet is horrible, it costs the same to replace horrible carpet than it does carpet that is 2 years old or 1 year old or just a bad color or whatever. But I tell all buyers buying a pre-existing home that you probably want to plan on replacing the carpet, because especially when people move their furniture out, then you often discover things that you didn't realize were there as far as damage. So this is a clean, nice house. Looks like it's in move-in ready condition, but it has some challenges as far as datedness. The tile surround is really basic there, and so this is that main level bathroom. It's kind of odd. So yeah, you got the laundry bathroom combination. Might be basement. I don't know. I can't figure that one out. Could be a basement bathroom. So this one looks like it's backing up to the open space, similar to yours. The backyard, the deck that you can't come out of. There's no stairs out of the deck. And then let's look at one more of these houses. So that one sold for $350, and then this one sold for $355. This one on Curly Cup. And this one is again, it's a bi-level. It's a very different floor plan from yours. Let's take a look at how, here's the curb. And I think it's the same as that last one that we just saw. It's this bi-level. You walk in the door and you have to either go up or down. So we're standing in the front door. Beautiful picture of the stairs. Yeah, these pictures are distorted and hard to figure out. This is a Pergo type laminate product that is all, I think, 4 foot in dimension by 6 inches, and so you can see that repetitive pattern. Pretty small family or living room, and then it's dominated by the stairs. So here's where you come in the front door, and you can either go down or come around and go up, and I think that's the coat closet. So it's a really, even with using this fisheye lens, that's obvious that they're using because of the distortion. Oh, I forgot, Bill, you're all over the photography. This is bad photography. It even still looks small with this wide angle view. So, they do have the newer flooring. Looks like they might have even replaced the cabinetry. I would say that they did replace the cabinetry. It's white. It has the 42-inch uppers that go all the way up to the ceiling. In a lot of homes of this age, you still have a soffit going around. So I think that they removed that. This looks like it's laminate to me. Maybe we'll get a better look at it. No, I think it's a hard surface because you have this undermount sink. So they have new stainless appliances, maybe a window replacement too. But again, they're using a wide angle lens, and it's still looking pretty tight. It could be a flip because if you notice, there's nobody living in here. And looks like it has new carpet, and they updated the hinges and the doorknobs and stuff. So it could be a fix and flip. And yeah, that's a hard surface, kind of a quartz type product, and they updated the mirror. So this one has been remodeled to a certain degree. Has a lot of new stuff in it. And there's the basement, so you walk down from the front door into this basement. Looks like all new paint, new carpet, and updated fixtures. You're in the basement, so it walks out to the backyard, and then there's the backyard. So they fixed up the house, but this is pretty much, they just cleaned it up, didn't put a lot of effort into seeding or sodding or getting greenery planted. The backyard. I think that's just showing the availability of the park. It doesn't have really anything to do with this particular house. It's just showing what the amenities are of the neighborhood. So that one actually sold for $355. It sold in 15 days, uh, and it sold in May. So it's pretty old as far as the sale. So um, again, based on these numbers, I think that you could probably, you are above and beyond the 350 mark. As far as investors, Bill mentioned, should we sell to the ugly house people? There's not another house for sale in Cottonwood, so there's no competition. Homeowners, owner occupants are always going to give you more money than the investors. The ugly house people are investors and they have no emotion in it. They are only looking at the numbers and they are going to need at least $40,000 worth of easy profit in order to buy the house. So I don't think it makes sense, to sell your house to them. I think you could easily get 40,000 plus from an owner occupant because right now this is entry level into the town of Parker and there's nothing available right there. Right now in on the east side of Jordan Road in Cottonwood, 0 houses available. So if you were to put your house on the market, you're the only game in town. So that in our current market, the ugly house buyers, the investors are having a hard time because their homeowners are having a hard time. And homeowners are always willing to pay more money because they have the added benefit of living in the house. They have that emotion. So they look at the backyard and they look at the community and the access to the trails and all that kind of stuff. And investors are just looking at buying something that's undervalued, period. And they don't care if there's trails or anything. They just look at what are the comps. They're going to look at exactly these same numbers and they're going to deduct whatever percentage of average that they want to profit. And they need to have a comfortable margin because there's along with their profit, there's a lot of remodeling and fixing that they come in and do. So they're looking for a significant number off of average. So I think that you're comfortable above 350 and above. I would again have to look at your house, come visit, take some notes, see the backyard and the proximity to the open space and all that kind of stuff. So, but I think this gives you some good information. Might help you make your decision on how to proceed.